Hey everyone, Jarrad VK3BL here, and I thought I'd do a final roundup on the Yaesu FT-818. And first of all, I'll start with answering the question on everyone's mind. Do I replace my FT-817 with an FT-818? And the answer is no. There's next to no difference. As you would have read, the main feature differences are 6 watts, 1 watt more RF power, a built-in TXCO, and a slightly bigger battery. Now, the PA stage is the same, so if you really wanted that 1 watt, you could get it by tweaking the service menu in your FT-817. Don't recommend that, but that's how Yaesu did it, so you could too. Now, I measured the IMD performance in my Collins SSB filter review video of the 818, and even with its extra watt, it's still negative 30 decibels down on a single tone, or on the peak tone in a white noise test. So it's still a very clean radio, even though they've bumped it up somewhat. They haven't detracted from what should be considered a bare minimum of performance. So very happy with that. But anyway, the TXCO, you can purchase a genuine one if you want to upgrade your 817. But you can also purchase a cheap unit on eBay. A friend of mine has done that. Ever since he upgraded his 817, we use 2-meter SSB quite a bit to chat to each other. And ever since he put eBay TXCO in that cost him, I think, something like $15 US, his radio has been rock solid and bang on frequency. So I have heard reports of early failures, but of those TXCOs, they don't impact the radio, but they can stop working. But you do have two options. If you want to upgrade your 817 to 818 performance, you can buy a cheap eBay unit. If it fails, you just buy another one. Or you can buy the genuine Yaesu accessory. I don't know how much longer they're going to sell that as a separate item, given it's now included as standard. Probably a while, because it is still an upgrade for the 857. So you will be able to upgrade your 817 if you want to. As for the bigger battery, once again, you'll be able to buy that as a separate item. So everything on the 818 that is listed as an advantage on the box, you can get out of your 817. There's no problem. Now, when I pulled the covers off and had a look inside, there is some extra shielding. There's some extra bonding between the different parts of the chassis. So I expect the received performance in a lab context would be slightly better with the 818. Certainly the design is iteratively better than the 817, but not enough to go out and sell your 817 and buy an 818. It's completely pointless. Why did I do it? And why am I sitting here saying it's completely pointless? Purely to make these YouTube videos that I have been making. So Rate My Radio knew that people would be interested in the 818, and we decided to get to the bottom of the story. Is it worth upgrading? And the answer is emphatically no. The 817 is 97% of what an 818 is, and if you want that extra 3%, you can just go and buy it, and a lot of it's quite cheap. You don't have to buy the upgraded battery. A lot of people, what they do, and I've got it hidden away here somewhere. No, I haven't. Oh, it's behind me. A lot of people go and get some high capacity NIMH batteries, and they put them in the tray. Now I'm going to cover that in a separate video, but that's a viable option too. So at the end of the day, what do I think of the 818? Yes, I like having one. Yes, I'm going to keep it and sell my 817, mainly because why wouldn't I? It's got warranty, the 817 doesn't. But is it worth anyone upgrading at all? Well, unless you're going to make a YouTube video, no, it's not. Should you buy one over an 817? Well, you're going to have to, because they discontinued the 817. That was the whole purpose of this radio. There's nothing wrong with it. If I was to rate it on this marketplace, I'd give it, say, a 3 out of 5. It's quite dated. The design first came out in 2001, so it's a 17-year-old design, which is quite a long time, really. It doesn't have any DSP. I don't use that anyway, but it doesn't have it. The internal battery charging circuit is lame at best. it gives you the option of 8-hour charge or 10-hour charge. Well, it should just be 10-hour. And it should be a lithium-ion circuit. As I said in a forum, I don't understand why an engineering intern wasn't tasked with revising the charging circuit and making this a LiPo radio once and for all. I mean, there's several things I can say, but I give it a 3 out of 5 because it still is a solid radio. I'm not aware of anything this portable, this useful, this durable, I suppose. It does all of HF, 2 meters and 70 centimeters. You know, it's got a cult following. I like the product. I still like having one in my shack. It's very useful for finding interference. So as a product on the market, I would just give it a solid 3 out of 5. As an upgrade to the 817, I struggle to give it a 1 out of 5. I mean, come on, Yaesu. For years, the internet has been abuzz with ideas and dreams and hopes and aspirations for what the 818 brand would be. Now, we saw the 891, we saw the 991A, both of which were sort of replacements for the 857 and the 897. So when the 818 was announced, we thought at least we were going to get something new, something that couldn't be tacked on or purchased or homebrewed, but no, nothing. So Yaesu had this opportunity, they had this real opportunity to capitalize on the 818 brand. I know the brand is valuable because I'm getting heaps of hits on my YouTube channel with people wanting to know about the 818. Now, they could have had something where everyone would have thrown out their 817 and sold it and got an 818. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But they chose not to. They chose to release the 817ND. The only real difference I can see is they're using different relays on the PA board. So they probably couldn't get they probably ran out of parts like everyone is saying and had to redesign it. Why didn't they call it the 817 ND3 or 817 20th anniversary edition or 817 Mark III or 817 NDX? Anything but the 818. They should have reserved that name for a groundbreaking new product like the consumer had demanded for the last decade. So I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated by that. You know, even some of my friends, I know someone who's got 4 of these 4 of the 817s. They use them for transverter work. They would have loved to have C4 FM digital modes for, you know, using on 13 centimeter band, on 10 gig, on 24 gig. That would have been cool. That would have been a reason to go and upgrade their 4 817s in their transverter stack. But no. So, highly disappointed. The forums, eHam, are full of people disappointed. But that said, there is one silver lining. You know, if you think back to the Yaesu FT-101s, very classic radio, very desirable now, long production run. There are a few versions. There was the FT-101 Bravo, not so collectible. It was the first sort of one that people had. There was the FT-101 Echo, reasonably collectible, in good condition. A lot of people have them in their hearts, that sort of thing. They're only going up in value now. Then there was the Yaesu FT-101 Foxtrot. Very few of them sold because technology had passed hybrid radios. But they're the most collectible ones now because there's not many of them. And that's what you might get if you have an 818 and you keep it in good condition. People have a love for this radio. It was a lot of firsts when it came out in 2001. People are going to remember it. Maybe it was their first radio. Maybe they did a lot of activations when they were younger or more mobile. These are going to be a collectible radio. The 818 is probably going to be the most collectible one. That's the silver lining. But would you upgrade? Heck no. Watch my videos and suggestions on what to do to your 817 if you want to get it up to 818 performance. Don't go and buy this radio and try and sell your 817 unless you like wasting money. If you must have an 818, keep it in your mind to keep your 817. Run them side by side. Use them for driving transverters. But don't think you're gonna sell your 817 and it, be out a couple of $100 and get a vastly better radio. You're not. That's a joke. So all in all, I like the radio. I like having it. I think it'll be collectible. I don't think they'll sell many of them. People won't rush out and buy them, is what I mean. They are selling, don't get me wrong, but people aren't going to go out and buy them just because it's got an extra new, it's an increment over the number on this box. People aren't going to buy them because it's 818 over 817, basically. So, in a nutshell, 3 out of 5 stars for a product on the marketplace in this day and age. 1 out of 5 stars if you're considering an upgrade. Yeah, Yaesu, why did you throw away the 818 brand name? If you can answer me that, maybe I'll forgive you. But seriously, that model number had cachet and it was completely wasted. So that's my thoughts. Anyway, my 817 is up for sale. I've decided to include all the accessories that came with the 818 that were brand new. I put them in the 817 box, so it's a 2015. I'm only selling it because I don't need to. As I said, I bought this for review. And yeah, if you can pick up an 817 ND late model secondhand in good condition, go for it. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy an 818 because that's all that's left on the market. Anyway, that's my thoughts. This is Jarrad VK3BL for Rate My Radio, saying 73 for now.